Well, hello people, and welcome back to another episode of City Showcase. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we are checking out the city of Ataroa by the wonderful viewer Darwin, or should I say Bonjour Personne for our French viewers. The city is pretty much vanilla and home to 250,000 people, and is quite the project with lots of viewpoints to enjoy. And don't forget, if you want your city to feature in the next episode of City Showcase, fill out the Google form that is linked in the video description. I'll do my best to showcase your work. So let's get stuck into this one, shall we? So first of all, as with any City Showcase, is that a flying square? It is. It is a flying square. Of course, what else? Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic, right? Okay, so as with any City Showcase, let's start out with just getting a bit of a grander perspective as to what's going on here. So the map here is the Lake Wanaka, I think it's called, isn't it? By Rafterman. One of my favourite maps, actually. When we featured this in one of the map tier lists, I really wanted to build on it. So it's going to be really fun to check out a city on this area. But I'll leave it linked in the video description too. It's a really nice map from Rafterman. So before we start the showcase, Darwin has included a quick history, if you like, of the city, just giving us some brief history. 150 build hours, mods only used when absolutely necessary, retaining walls, detailing, etc. Some history started 2024. I'll leave this link down below as well if you want to come read about the city. Darwin's filled out 5 pages here, just information about the build and whatnot. So I think we use this as a bit of a guide, right? Let's kind of check out what's going on here, and we'll see where Darwin takes us through as it explores document. But if you want to read this in all its glory and see what Darwin has shared, it's really cool. So he's also got some YouTube channel links here as well. So a shout out to that en français, ha ha ha. If you want to go watch Darwin play CS, you can. It's linked in the video description alongside this document. And we join back the city just as the square takes off again. God, that's so funny. That's really made me laugh. That's the highlight of the episode, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. So first of all, we have this area over here, which is known as Quarry. Am I pronouncing that right? It apparently means eagle in Japanese, supposedly. What's that? I love the use of the roundabouts there, right? Isn't that a fun design, using the big multicolored ones we got in the update? It's a very distinctive visual, that, isn't it? You could probably do some sort of public art project with that, I know. I reckon you could do some pretty interesting things with that. I'll have to maybe test that out sometime. Some really nice landscape in here. Great detailing to expand the vanilla parks here. Really nice stuff there. Great expansion there. You could even use better bulldozers there as well, just to take away the little edge there, and it opens it all up too, you know. But really cute, really nice. Straight outside the airport here, which is really cute. Looks like the squares have stopped landing. Yeah. Oh no, they've not. No, they've not. What is that? CO1 regional jet. Maybe there's some custom jet missing from Paradox mods, but as far as I'm aware, there was no custom jets. So yeah, anyway, hilarious. But surrounded by fields, which is a very cute aesthetic. I really like that. And again, all of this helping to meet those production demands as well, I imagine. What we're producing here. Grain. We'll come into it. Yeah, it's got 148 ton surplus of grain, so production chain is near perfectly in balance. And while we're talking about it, let's check the material goods as well. Goodness gracious, Darwin. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. The material goods too. My word. Darwin. Absolutely fantastic. That is the first city I think I've ever seen with a exact, perfectly balanced production chain. Very nearly. Besides the oil and stone deficit, but who cares about that, right? That's amazing. That's incredible, Darwin. Very well done. That is a city showcase first. The first perfectly balanced production chain. Pretty much, bar the stone and the coal. Amazing. Very nice. Which is why he's making 158,000 an hour. Which is great. But really nice orientation here again. Lots of the Japanese assets through here. Mixed in with some vanilla as well. Some vanilla North American stuff in there too. With a little bit of a mid-rise through here. And really nice detail between the buildings there, isn't there? Lots to stumble upon here, which I'm really liking so far. Little fountains, expanded gardens there as well. I'd love to see stuff like this, yes please. Little social housing estate, playground development, love that. So many dogs as well, fantastic. Speaking of dogs as well, come join the Discord. There's a pet to the server channel in there. You can treat yourself to daily pictures, usually of dogs, budgies, rabbits, whatever's being posted in there. Come join us in the Discord if you're not in there. And then that all accumulates back to some low density residential on the outskirts here. And then we also have just this huge wide farm aesthetic for pretty much this whole area here, right? It's pretty mental. And spills pretty much up to the map edge, which where is that here? Still quite a ways to go out yet, although the city is finished. As I detailed in the document, he's not working on this project anymore. I really like these rivers actually. This is such a nice map, by the way, if you haven't played on it. It's really cute. I'm pretty sure isn't... I think Imperator might be on this map as well in his current series. It's very nice. It's hard to suggest it. Again, look at that interchange work. I'm not sure what is map here and what is builder, so it's really nice. So credit to both in that case. Very nice country interchanges. Here we can see the prison. So I actually saw this post in the Discord. You may sort of recognize this. This was my inspiration behind Edinburgh's prison we did recently. Shouted out to Darren in the Discord for posting some screenshots in the City Showcase channel. This definitely inspired it. A really nice little office here. What building did you use for this? Is that just a... Oh, that's the USA Southwest Police Station, is it? Very nice. Really cute asset, that, isn't it? And one of those low density wings and lots of pathways and bush lining around the edge, and then the prison building itself. Again, with the wonderful viewpoint they have, don't they, across the city? Edinburgh's prisoners are also spoilt with wonderful views, as are Ataroa's, it would seem. Anyway, let's kind of head across the farmland here, right? So masses of it, just huge stretches of it, all contributing to that. So it just goes to show, right? This is how much specialized farming you need in vanilla, which is quite important for me, really. You know, thinking about sort of the Yokeley city, but I'm going to have to place this much farmland. Like, holy crap. It's a lot. It is a lot, isn't it? Solar plant out here as well. I really love that aesthetic, actually. Stumbling across a solar plant with a nice little retaining wall there too. And with the fields out in the country, that's really nice. That's great countryside detail in that, Adarin. We s'il vous plaît, I should say, right? Rather than yes please today. I'll try and remember to say that. We'll see. There's a really nice rail bridge here, right? Spanning the valley, going underneath to the airport there. Wonderful. Where is that going? Does that come back out over... a little look here. Oh, it's actually a metro line. Okay, that's cool. Very nice. Can we get a 69 passengers waiting there? Nice. So coming back to civilization now, we're arriving at some of the modern architecture stuff, which is a really nice pack, by the way. I really like this one. Yeah, some really good assets with it. Got the Modern Technical University here, with its expansion buildings. The two plazas, Community Car Park and Grand City Plaza. Plus the Chinese Library, which is a beautiful combination of Darwin. Yes, please. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. That is really nice. Superb asset combination, that. Possibly current best asset combination in CS2. I would even go as far as saying a really... Well, it's even centralized, is it? Oh my god, it is, yeah. Darwin. Another round of applause. We s'il vous plaît, right? We s'il vous plaît. Very nice indeed, mate. Really like that. And then the Intelligence Bureau complements this too, plus the disaster warning system. A really interesting mix of assets. Really like. Does this area have a name as well? Is
the rents.
The rents, apparently, is what it means. There you go. So really cool. What's this asset here? A large Hadron Collider. I don't think I've placed this yet, have I? It's a very unique little building, isn't it? As Hadron Colliders in the real world are as well, you know. Very cool though, really sweet. I really like it. Great view across to the mountains there as well, isn't it? Right, really sweet build that. Around this side of the map here, we're greeted with more farmland and a little bit of water treatment just on the edge here as well, it looks like. They're pretty wonderful views back there as well. Before we come any further into civilization, let's check out this hillside next to the campus here. See what we're coming across. Love to use the car park in here as well, in amongst the buildings. Let's see if we've got anything atop the hill. We can see some firewatch towers, plus the radar over here too, which is nice. Got this switchback systems heading up the hill, some serious switchbacking. Look at that, yes please. Really nice up here too with pedestrian road even. Very sweet. Little roundabout at the end with one of the parks. And then this goes up all the way to the peak where we can find some more props, gazebos, benches and whatnot. Very nice. And then what should be one of the best views in the city, right? Look at that. Look at that, everyone. What a wonderful view. Very nice, Darwin. Great scope across the city. See down to the waterfront over there as well with the Ferris wheel and the observation towers. Very sweet. You can pick out sports pitches. Nice. A wonderful skyline as well. Very dense, very compact, isn't it? We'll get stuck into that towards the end of the video, of course. And then there's a few of these tucked in along the mountain, isn't there? A few of these watchtowers. So very nice. Really cute use of the geography there to kind of blend the build into it. Swinging back round this way, we'll check out some of this outer lying industrial stuff and then swing into the dense centres around here. Coming across a very detailed rail yard, look at that. Lots of riverbed thin, the best surface in CS2. By Sully, of course. Nothing beats riverbed thin. it goes everywhere, it works with every build, and it's just the best. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Sully. A really nice rail yard detailing all the way through here. Really sweet. Really like this, Darren. What you've done with the extra embellishments in the rail yard. That's really, really sweet. Even all this down here too. You can see them all highlighting away from the rail yard itself there. Some really great additions there. I like that. Quite a lot, actually. And of course, such a nice update, isn't it? Having the spare service vehicles parked up. God, it adds so much. I really like it. More fields greet us before we come into what is a pretty massive oil production facility. It looks like lots of industry here, big car parks for lots of workers. Unique buildings. We've got the oil plant here too. Love this building. One of my favourites next to enormous, never-ending swaths of vanilla oil, which looks... It does look strange, doesn't it? There's no way about it. I think the oil in the forestry, I think, are the worst of the vanilla industries. They just look so sporadic, don't they, you know? You've got to balance it in your production chain, haven't you? But thankfully, you know, there is some really nice industry zoning in here that Darren's done. That wonderful prop work tucked in, more sand textures as well. All factoring in the assets behind the building there too. I really like that. I love stumbling across custom prop work. It's got tanks tucked in there too. Just the it's a sea, isn't it? It's a sea of oil derricks out there. Holy crap. How much oil are you actually producing here? Only 40 tons, is that it? God, it seems like so much more, doesn't it? But there's lots of really fun industrial areas scattered here. He's got some of the gravel parking too. And a nice road hierarchy as well. And the traffic's really nice. If we dare to take a look at the full percentage, how much you choose to take from this, it says it's at 60%. So, you know, whatever that means, it doesn't really look like 60%, does it? It looks much higher than that. But, you know, it's fine. It's moving. It's got good structure to it. Radio mast over here with more zone. We've also got some quarrying going on down here too. With more industrial stuff happening. There's little industrial spaces through here with some like well-driven pathway through the middle. I like that. Very cute. Nice little detail. The parking between the buildings. Love to see that too. All this as well, all custom work through here, right? Which is really nicely blended into your zoning. I really like how you pieced all this together. Tasteful. A little bit of a parking design here in the middle too. And then we come up to more endless, never-ending livestock fields out this way. Before we can spy a little town on the horizon, shall we head out over here perhaps? I will double check a Darwin's checklist at the end of the episode to make sure we haven't missed everything, but otherwise I do like to take a more natural crawl. Oh, there's something up there as well. Take a more natural crawl through the cities. So we're coming to a asset using, or a town using the UK assets, which does look very UK around here actually. You've even got kind of the national A road down to a T as well. There are the T junctions and the roundabouts on it just peeling off into towns. Very appropriate. There we have some plazas here with fountains rather. And then some use of the smaller parks over here too. Back-to-back dog park action. With the canopy covered powered up park as well. That's a really nice combination, that the mod is parking next door. Our services in the middle of the school, post office, couple of tennis courts next to the high school too. Really nice little UK builder, Darwin. Very, very faithful. Church right in the middle of town as well. With the mixed use assets in here. Interesting that you don't seem to be suffering from the mixed use bug unless there's something in your mod set that is fixing that. It could be, I suppose. But yeah, I did think the UK mixed use kind of destroyed your demands, but Darwin has full everything here, so it must be okay. I'm also interested to see what your tax rates are too. So you are balancing per education level. Because this city here is essentially perfect. He's making tons of money. He still has growth. He has all demands. His production chain is perfectly balanced. So if there's a way to play CS2, this is it. Right, Darwin has mastered the production chains here. Really gone into tweak the different percentages too of his different productions there. Very tasteful. So really nice simulation of Darwin, which is not usually something I say every episode, you know, on City Showcase. But here it's quite noticeable, you know. And again, just huge, massive vanilla fields on the outskirts of town, right? Really nice aesthetic. I love that. Definitely one of the best. Like, this is a good industry, you know. I just wish we could change the texture of the field. That would be massive. And stop this from happening too, you know, the random building spawnings like that. Like it does in the oil with the oil derricks, like it just... this doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? Like a farmer isn't ploughing his fields around isolated cattle sheds like this. Do you know what I mean? It's just not how farms are laid out. If you grouped it all around the farmhouse, it'd be much better. You know, group it all around this, then it makes sense. Not like that. But maybe it'll change one day. Let's hope so, right? Either way, hill mining, top the hill up this way. And we've also got lots of detail up here as well, little stone quarry. Oh, that's so cute, Aaron. That is amazing. What a wonderful little mine detail. The mine shaft with the minecart. That's brilliant. Absolutely. Fantastic. I love that. There's some trucks and the little depots tucked in here as well, matching his stone mining needs. And then even more mine shafts here as well, right, with those little rail pieces. That's so creative. Oh, I love that. I love that, Darwin. That's very nice. I'm very glad we stumbled upon that. The train station sits here. It's just the little cute rural one, nothing significant. And then that heads off over there. While we're talking about public transport, let's check out the field ridership, shall we? So we've got 147,000 a month using it, which is very high. Nearly just over 100,000 people not using it in a city of this size is very good. With the trams getting the most use. Buses, it's got 37,000 riding the buses as well, which is really high. Let's check out some bus routes as we come across them in the city centre. But a really cute little British town. I really like this area. Check out the hillside. So we'll switch back up out here from the fields, heading up to our school here, using lots of retaining wall action. You can see where you use the mods there, right? It definitely helps though, doesn't it? Goodness me. And then we've also got some pool action up here as well with tennis courts. Definitely kind of like private school vibes, I'm guessing, up this way. The Institut Scolaire Bellevue, I'm guessing is how that's pronounced. If it means beautiful view, indeed it is, isn't it? Right. Very nice. Great use of the key retaining walls there as well for a bit of a hilltop school. We imagine it would cost a fortune to send your children here, right? But worth it in the long run, right? You got to look after your own kids. Got to send them to the best school you can, can't you? Really nice, mate. Love that. This then spills us back down into the fields. Do we want to head out this way? I think we've got more fields out here, don't we? Lots of forestry here. You can see where all the forestry is, right where the ground's changing the texture there. And a pretty nice way, to be honest, of using vanilla forestry. It's pretty much what forestry yards are, right? They're dirt roads and roads of trees. There's not really too much else to them. But yeah, just nicely executed within the restraints of vanilla there, I think, that industry, for you know how limited these base game resources are in terms of just appearance. Nice use of it there. We have lots of farmland here, going back into this massive industry with the oil and the stone mine, and we could also see a bigger development out this way where we've got a coupler or the highway system passing through here. Or at least one lane of it, do we? What is this? This is a one-way road. Oh, it's split on the other side of the river, is it? Is this the other direction? Okay. Okay, so that's really unique. I like how you've done that. We can see the paper. Is that the paper factory or the steel plant? I can't remember which one. But yes, over here we've got the switch-on factory, I think that is, isn't it? It is indeed. I'm starting to recognise the unit buildings now. With some wonderful little details again tucked into the industry. 30 yards with tyre scuff marks on them. Little scrap yards here again with appropriate tyre marks coming in and out. Processing, really sweet. Very nice detail, Nadine. All orientated against the highway, which is such a powerful position, isn't it, you know? Against key arterial infrastructure like this, even the fencing in there too. Very, very nice. Lots of car parking at the front of the buildings. Great use again of retaining more features here. Cutting into different elevations. Enormous stone mines over here again. Goodness me. Really nice, mate. I love what you've done with this. Very sweet. That brings us back to the oil plant over there, and then we can hover over here to find the chemical plant and the industrial waste burner, which is very nice. I love the chemical plant, one of my favourite assets in the game. With appropriate detailing outside yet again, Darwin. Yes, please. Or oui, s'il vous plaît, sorry. Excuse my French, if you will, or lack of French, we should say. And then we've got the incineration plant over here as well, tucked in between lots of processing, which is making all of his production chain tick along. They are producing what? Electronics, food, concrete, more concrete, convenience food, so all contributing to the massively successful production chain out here. Some wind turbines in amongst the fields as well, as we loop around to another massive installation here, what it looks to be the gas power plant, combined with the fuel plant. I knew that. Yeah, really nice industry again, tucked in with car parking, nicely designed roads and little sort of blocks of what I would refer to as industrial estates, you know. At this building here, the hazardous waste collection point from the landfill across the street. It's a nice repetition, really like that. Nice orientation there. Yeah, really sweet. Nice execution of vanilla industry at Darwin. It just goes to show how much you need, doesn't it? If we get the grander perspective now we've looked at it. You know, all of that stone, especially all the farms here. There's so many fields through these areas. And then this much oil and this much stone farming that we can see would appear, you know, is enough to balance a population of 251,000, which is not an easy thing to do. The CS production chain, with its very delicate simulation as well, it should be added, is not easy to satisfy sometimes. I tend to ignore it for most of the time anyway. Just build whatever I want to be there. More scrapyard action over here as well. Great use of decals and surfaces just to help break up that concrete too. We've even got some cracks there too, right? We've stumbled across some crack. We see we play. And then this sits here. Wonderful. Very nice indeed. Let's cross over to the paper factory. We've got more of those vibes too. We can see more embankment and elevation kicking in with the cut and fill feature there as well. As this national highway road really cuts through the area, doesn't it? I love how it's split by the river too. That's a really nice sort of different highway set of that, isn't it? Having them so far apart with a big sort of point of geology in between, if you like. But up here, lots more industrial zoning, which really then kind of brings us into this train line heading into the middle of the city centre. And into kind of the denser areas really as we kind of come into this huge section of the city. So where do we want to take in here, right? Should we start with these rail yards and then work our way around left and spiral inwards? I feel that seems like a good place, right? So over here we have the national road forms into a trumpet and just peels off for access into the city. We've also got the embanked rail and multiple metro yards out here as well, which is feeding his metro system, of course. Very nice, very big. I do think these rail yards, especially the train yard as well, really benefit from being doubled up. Really just helps create the rail yard aesthetic, doesn't it, when you got two of them? Very powerful visual, that, isn't it? I like doing that. Over here, we stumble across one of the leisure buildings. I really do love the leisure venues back from Greenie. And Darwin has even embellished it himself with some further prop work around the edge, food markets and tables outside the old market building there. Then we come down. That's parks, lots of detailing with the commercial in between, extended surfaces, that landscaped grass around here, right? And then lots of sort of essentially big box resale around here, right? It's kind of malls, commercial parking. We've also got the sports park complex here as well, which is a really nice build, isn't it? Really like that. Such a cool building. Definitely, probably, I think the best pack CS2 has had so far has been Greenwich Leisure Venues. The buildings it brings are gorgeous. This is a stunning interchange. Again, I'm not sure if it's map maker or builder, but congratulations to both, whoever built it. It's very nice. It switches over here with the pedestrian pathway. That people walking back into, which is very sweet. Let's not head too close into the city centre just yet. But we'll swing around into some urban promenades work, where we've also got a couple of the Japanese elementary schools, as what is clearly a bit of a sporty district here, isn't it? We've got some death care, multiple fields alongside with the venue we just saw. But all this lingering on the outskirts of those metro yards as well. Really like these commercial layouts. It's a great kind of mall aesthetic, isn't it? Really nice. It'd be great to be able to toggle the parking on the front of the asset. I think if you want to do your own custom parking, you don't also want it on the front. Be nice, kind of how you remember in CS1 you could quick in and kind of change the skin. A toggleable front parking would be a great addition to CS2, I think. Because I'm going to totally appreciate the annoyance of that when you want the parking, you want to do it yourself, which has been very nicely done custom, by the way. This is a really nice setup of Darwin. I love the custom parking here. A wonderful interchange. That's really sweet. Great little ramp system there. Before we come into this really dense bit of towers, which I'm really interested in seeing, so we've got a couple of Chirplet parks out here. This is also the Chirpa Fun Time Complex building. In amongst tons of residential towers. I believe this is near the academic district, isn't it, I think? Or nearby to the healthcare centre, which I'm guessing is there. Yeah, there we go. That'll be the health centre, won't it? Which is really sweet. A combination of the disease control centre, the actual vanilla hospital, and the health institute. Yeah, some really nice buildings there, combined with parks and appropriate death care, I suppose, right across the street. With some really nice custom grounds work there as well. That's really nice. Great at the foot of the hospital there, isn't it? Look at that. That's a great little viewpoint. Absolutely wonderful. Between this is an absolute mass of towers where we have a road running through the middle. Got some trams coming down here. Let's have a look at the trams. You okay, CS? You shouldn't have custom trams at Darwin. There are no custom trams, are there? And we have I have the Skype playset anyway. Everything else is here, but we've seen flying cubes and box trams today. What are you? What are you missing? Tram engine CO? I wonder if it's a pre-order bonus, maybe. It might. I bet it's a pre-order bonus, isn't it? I don't have them. Probably not. Probably because I am. Yeah, maybe Paradox never gave us that. Because obviously I got CS2. It's part of the early access program, so I probably didn't get that bonus, so that's probably what that is. Anyway, school in here, through the middle, with more death care out on the side, with lots of low density suburbia. And big old towers with another sort of centralized design complex here as well, right? Let's have a look at this. Using some of the modern architecture towers again too, with the bus hub. And that local bus station is really nice. Is that the Eastern European one? I think it might be. It's really nice anyway, regardless. And then we have the Citizen Service Centre here as well. Which again is such a nice building, isn't it, you know? They are really, really nice, the unique buildings in CS2. More towers as well in amongst underground car parking. Completes us back to the paper factory with the rail yard we missed over here as well, actually. This cargo station. With lots of great detailing again as well. Great use of the decals are doing. Props. Lots of rows of materials, etc. Great little embellishment that to the vanilla rail yard, isn't it? Super sweet. More over here too. Great stuff. Really, really nice. This cuts us back along the train line, bringing us near the hospitals, where we arrive at a clearly a central train station. Oh, the bloody helicopters, they're so loud. Please. Please rebalance the sound. But yeah, big car parks right at the front of a train station, beautiful aesthetic. I reckon because this was built 2024, April, I think he said he started this project. He probably didn't have a lot of the new train stations the game has now with the content creator pack, so you probably could have gone with a bigger train station here. But either way, the vanilla one still does work. Really sweet addition. Lots of people waiting for taxis here as well. Let's get a bit of a sense of his public transport. Got a passenger train there. Only 9 people on that one. Being as busy as the bypass line there as well, just getting used. Isn't that a great visual? Right, if we can please the train please for a hot second. Let's just enjoy the trains move around here. Which looks fantastic, doesn't it? Absolutely love the busy train station. Wonderful scenes. This drops us off pretty much near the city centre. We'll take a look around here where we can see more parks, more zones. There's a real mix of zoning around here as well. You've got low, medium density here. Of course, the apartments across the road and the towers in the skyline. It's a real combination of all, isn't it? If we come across more pitches over here too, with more zoning, more full car parks. Very full car parks actually, holy crap. You're still charging them the basic $10. You haven't changed it here, have you? They're just very busy. I guess maybe just at this size of population. They're at the car parks are that busy. I feel like Edinburgh's aren't that busy. Maybe there's just a lot around here. Maybe a lot of offices and whatnot. How many people work in one of these? 78? I suppose so, maybe, yeah. This brings us back to the interchange. Right, where we can then peel off left and we'll check out some things over here. School infrastructure with lots more residential through these ways, lots of general suburban patterns, mixes of densities before we arrive at one of the colleges, which has a wonderful view, kind of mounted on the hillside here, right, with its own little grounds with the pathways around it, very tasteful. It's expansions up here too. We got one of the unique houses, the Rockstars mansion is that one. It is indeed. Yeah, with the college. Great views across the city centre, right? Great place to come and study here, isn't it? That's a great view. Yes, please. With this, there's lots more density of housing all the way through here. Before we come into just more car parks, schools, your general outer line services that keeps all the city running out here, right? There's some of those trams kicking into. That goes one of the square ones. Yeah, but must have been the pre-order bonus, that one. Must be the same with the plane as well. You'll have to let us know if you pre-ordered it, Darren. If you did, then that'll probably explain it, won't it? I really like the trams coming downhill here and how they're splitting off in different directions. That's really sweet. And we got some more housing up here with our road maintenance depots. And then this spills down onto the peninsula down here. We have lots more outlying suburbia, lots of very European road-esque road structure here, actually very UK that. Lots of roundabouts bleeding off into residential, which lines the hillside. You'll find the suburban dream out here, right? Schools, tennis courts, wonderful mansions with views across to the bay and the never-ending fields over there. With wonderful views back to the sky as well. I can't wait to get stuck into this waterfront down here. I hope there's props waiting for me, Darwin. Will you see me playing? And more over here. More national road exit connections here. Again, not sure what is builder and what is map maker, so congratulations to both in that case. And then lots of windy, wavy roads as the build comes to a close down here. There's missing nothing. Where's the map edge? There's still quite a distance to go here, actually. Yeah, you can really wrap the whole city around this coast, can't you? Really nice map. As soon as I saw this map, I wanted to build on it, but just had Edinburgh and Kokai at the same time, so I was just a bit, yeah. Couldn't take on another project, but it is a supremely nice map, and Darren's done a wonderful build on it. Back down here, we can check out some of the waterfront housing. Very nice and demure, isn't it? Lovely, lovely place to live. This then swings us back around to the college campus upon the hillside, where it really kind of drops us off now. In and around the city centre from where we were earlier. So let's get stuck into this waterfront down here, right? The cut and fill has been used right up against the seafront there to give us the key. Parking, we've got mixes of housing. We've got observation towers down here. Really nice design here with the pedestrian streets, the gazebos, the food markets, fountains. That's a great way to use the surfaces and the pedestrian roads. That'll take inspiration for that actually for Yoakley. That's a very nice way to use that. Very sweet. And that just jumps back up to the other layer, which is really nicely done. Excellent use of terrain there. Really sweet. Big unique buildings along the waterfront with lots of commercial. We've got bars and the nightclubs here too. Big colourful park there for that. What's that one? The Hilly Playground. With the western observation tower right here too. Great view over the lake and the wider city, right? Absolutely wonderful. Superb position. Lots more parks and fun along the waterfront. This then drops us off at another enormous plaza sat right here where you've used 2 community city parks alongside more of the modern architecture stuff, Modern City Hall and the Modern Art Museum, which are 2 of my favourite assets. And again, in repetition, isn't that just such a detailed visual? Maybe so like something like that view right there, like that's vanilla CS2, like that's pretty cool when you think about it like that, because the assets are just so much bigger and larger scaled, aren't they, than they were in CS1. Yeah, I've said a million times before, you know, one of the best things CS2 has going for it is the scale. The buildings are great. I really like them. Stunning this one, isn't it? Modern architecture pack, which is available on Instant Gaming down below if you're missing it. Get up for a good price. There's another flying square over in the distance over there. But wonderful, right? Heading deeper into the city centre, what are we playing with here? So we've got this vanilla office. Let's just turn on the zones actually. So there's a real mix of density there, isn't it? You can get a good sense of the zones there. Commercial, industrial, various different zones there to just contribute to a very mixed, proper dense skyline. Very sweet. As we come through here, we arrive at a massive transport hub, which looks absolutely wonderful, doesn't it? Let's check this out. We got lots of props here, lots of tables, places to eat and drink as people get on the the grey cardboard box. There we go. Here we can see some of the bus action here. So we saw very high bus ridership, didn't we? Really nice transit hub of Darwin. Great little custom skate park there as well. That's so cool. With all the graffiti. Sully. Am I here? Am I here, Darwin? Got Chameleon. Argonon. Yoko. Wonder if I am here. I'll have to find out. But despite the fact I'm not on the graffiti wall, this is still a wonderful transit hub. Really nice. It's even got the little stand props next to the kiosk too. Really nice. I love the eatery, the whole covered vibe here too. Great transit hub, really nicely well detailed. Getting good use too, isn't it? Right? Really, really good use. But that's really sweet. I really like that. This spills into landscape gardens that sit in the middle of the city, with another observation tower behind them next to the art gallery, which is such a cool building. And then really this drops us off in the city centre, doesn't it? Which is really kind of centralised, I think, by the art gallery. See if we can pick out any instances of fun here. There we go. We find one next to that. Is that the Japanese building, I think, is it? It is indeed. Offices of a sushi restaurant, apparently. But nice parking next door to this. More detail in here as well with the street vendors and the vending machines next to the office building. Natural extension of the textures there as well. Really sweet. Gorgeous little plaza there. Parks blended in. We've even got that embanked rail here too. Is that heading to the central station? It is indeed. They've even got more detail in here as well, right in that rail. Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. That's a really nice use of the no man's land in between rail lines there. Very nice. Really, really sweet at 9. Also down here too. Tasteful. Really, really tasteful. And then the central station comes out from this side into the downtown. There's tons of parks and pathways littered through here. Some really fun parking roads in the downtown as well. It is so quiet. It's such a shame that the simulation gets quieter the bigger your city gets in CS2, isn't it? Because you know, it is just very quiet, isn't it? But it's fine. Do send CS2 cities in, by the way. Like I get a lot of CS1 submissions. But do send in your CS2 stuff because I am always happy to show them off. And more great views around here with the parking, multi-story units and the the plazas. In amongst the mental super sci-fi car parking building, right? Yeah. This is a crazy building. Let's find a point to use this at some point in one of my cities. I haven't placed it yet. But a really cool city centre. It's a really nice layout again. Road structure, perfect, great road hierarchy. And I don't know what the game is talking about. 60% traffic. It's absolutely much better than 60%, isn't it? It's well over 90, in fact, at this rate. But either way, this spills us out into another massive education district. Tons of schools and massive high-rise towers. Imagine sort of student flat vibes over here, right? I believe there is an education district marked on the Word document, which you can find linked below as well. But definitely over here, right? Tons of it. Tons of vanilla schools. Let's actually check out the education. If we dare, I can even pull the bloody thing up. But yeah, you're actually perfectly matched as well. Perfect elementary, which isn't an easy thing to do, to be honest, without the new schools. You've actually done well to do that. At high school, college, and university, all absolutely fine as well. Interesting. Very good. So you've got to do this, the school spam, haven't you? I did see actually. Yeah, it's over here, isn't it? Yeah, I noticed a ton of elementary schools, which is used in different varying combinations with the upgrades there. To kind of add a bit of different repetition and mirrored shape to the building. That's really cool, actually. Mass repetition can sometimes hurt you, but you've almost added repetition within the repetition, if you like, right? Repetition inception. Really cool. Oh, you've also combined it with Japanese elementary as well. Very interesting. That's so unique. So it is like a massive purposeful development, isn't it? Yeah, so this is actually marked as the academic district, whose only purpose was to offer enough room for students. At some point in the city needed 80,000 places, but it's decreased with patches. So that's really cool. But that's a great way to do it, to be honest. A mass repetition like that, it really makes it look like one development, doesn't it, you know? Like it's I don't know, an army base or something you could possibly get away with. You could possibly pass it off as that, couldn't you? Some kind of maybe National Guard training, maybe if not full army, but certainly a very cool design. Over here we have, what are these? These are the Eastern European elementaries. Okay, so all part of the same district. Oh yeah, there's even more here, isn't there? There's even more here. But what, every building here is just a school? Yeah, additional teaching buildings, elementary school. Yeah, okay, so it's literally just a whole district of schools. Which is the first time I've ever seen that in CS, I think I have to say, Darren. An entire district of schools. But it works in a very strange way, doesn't it? It does work. It looks really realistic. It looks like it's a development, a National Guard base, or, I don't know, something armed forces, I feel. You could possibly pass it off as. Yeah, mental. Really cool. Really cool. But otherwise, that'll do it for today. Massive shout out to Darren for sending this in. It's a really cool city, mate. With some really great ideas in here. And an excellent execution of both vanilla detailing and vanilla industry and production management. Just goes to show how much of you actually have to place to keep those production values satiated. So it's pretty crazy, isn't it? The city has tons of farmland. So it's kind of opened my eyes really to how much we'll have to actually put in our new Oakley build. And considering this is also mostly vanilla as well. So thanks for sending it in. Don't forget, if you want your cities to feature Cities 1 or Cities 2, it doesn't matter which. Do send more Cities 2 cities in, because we get so many Cities 1 but not a ton of 2. Link is down below in the description to the Google form. Just fill it out and I'll do my best. A massive shout out to the YouTube members, patrons that support the channel, with a roll call to our Golden Egg patrons: Bad Wolf, Casino, Darius, Lara Roberts, Louis Adlam, Phoenix, MD, Spartan Angel, Tiana Sannon, and Wesley Kip. Thank you so much for your support, legends. It's so crazy to have so many golden eggs. And if you want to get involved in that, there's previews, podcasts, early access with compressed 4K ad-free as well. If you're interested in that, you can get it all over on the Patreon for as little as £2 a month if you want to help support the channel. And a massive shout out to Instant Gaming as well. Best codes, cheapest codes, and have supported us for years here. Check them out as well. You'll always find a deal. But let me know what you think of this one. A full endgame CS2 vanilla project for all to see. Quite a lot of interest here. Let me know what you think of it. Otherwise, I'll shut up and leave it there. Let's thank you all so much for watching. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.